Hi, this is Starla from exploringcreativity.blogspot.com, and today I want to show you how you can combine your stamping and metal. The supplies you're going to need is some StazOn ink. Today I'm using metallic gold, some light spackling paste, stamp of your choice. I'm using one of Wendy Vecchi stamps, metal. This is 10 Second Studios Barn Red, some paper stumps, a stylus or a fine tip refiner. This can be either plastic or metal, a piece of suede or a thin mat, and an acrylic mat. To begin with, we're going to stamp our image on the metal. Just to let you know, the StazOn metallic ink is one that you have to re-ink before you use it each time, which I've already done. I'm going to stamp my image. Sorry, I've got to turn this my way. The metal is slick, so you don't want to slide around. Just go straight down. Take the stamp off. And the ink's still going to be wet, so you can either heat set it with your heat gun. Be careful, the metal will get very hot, or you can let it air dry. I've already stamped an image and let it dry. So the next thing you're going to use is your acrylic mat. You're going to take your fine tip refiner or your stylus, and you're going to trace around your image on the front side. And it doesn't take very much pressure. The metal is very soft, which makes it great for this. And once you've traced all around your image, you will flip the image over to the back side and put on your thin mat. And here you can see the outline of your image. Then on your thin mat or your piece of suede, you're going to take your paper stump and you're going to puff out the outline that you've traced from the front of your image. And you just work the metal. It's like I said, it's very soft and pliable, very easy to do, to puff out. And then to refine this even more, you can take your stylus or your refiner again and trace again, just giving more definition to each individual leaf, kind of deepening the area that you're wanting to puff out. Okay, and you just keep working along the whole image like this. Then, once you've done that on the back side, you're going to flip your image over again to the front side, remove your thin mat, and on your piece of acrylic, you're going to take your paper stump and you're going to flatten out the metal around the areas that you've already puffed. Then you can take your refiner and even trace just a little bit more, adding just that final detail that just makes this image pop. You can see, I hope you can see in the video how this area is more puffed out than this area. So you're going to keep working the metal front to back, working your image, completing it, puffing out the metal on the back. Remember, when you're on the back side of the metal, you're going to be on your thin mat. When you're working on the front side of the metal, you are on your acrylic mat. So just puff out a little bit more here, a little detail. So I'm flipping back over and I want to add some more, and I want to show my contrast of the metal that I've puffed by flattening out the metal around the areas that I've puffed, this outside area. This is called refining. Then once you've completed your whole image, after you've filled it in, you're going to take your light spackle and And you're going to just carefully take it and fill in the image that the embossed area here. I'm going to I'm just using a craft stick, and after you fill it in, very important that you scrape off the extra spackling, because when you go to put it onto your project, it can leave ridges and you don't want that. After your spackling has dried, you will take some strong adhesive. I love using 10 Seconds Studios Humongo tape. It's like a red liner tape. You're going to cover it with your red liner tape, and you're going to adhere it to your project when it's all done. Here I've used it just as a panel. The image is all puffed out already that you can see. This card, I actually cut out my puffed up images and use them as an actual metal embellishment, which I've created, and stamped my sentiment. I hope today will be a great inspiration for you to get out your stamps and combine them with some metal and try something new. Thanks for joining me.